Welcome to Hindsight Tonight. I'm Damian Muziani, and here's your news. Leading off, it seems the further north you go, the more things are heating up. To explain the temperature above the 49th parallel is Hindsight Tonight Canadian field reporter Jace Skibaury. Jace, you've been very busy this year.
Oh, Jesus, Murphy, you got that right, Damian. Hey, we got a new prime minister, eh? Mark Carney was sworn in a couple weeks ago, right after I guess he quit the band Spinal Tap. And he and U.S. President Donald Trump talked about maybe finally patching things up between us. Trump didn't even call him governor of the 51st state or nothing, like he's his buddy. Sure enough, The Independent says that back at Oxford, Carney plagiarized his doctoral thesis, so maybe there is honor among thieves. Besides, Trump seems more interested in Greenland these days. He tried to send the Second Lady Vances out into the snow to watch a dog sled race, but things got all tangled up beforehand, and hundreds of people got mad and marched in protest. What a beauty. Turns out Greenlanders don't like people just showing up. They even had signs quoting the Big Lebowski. At least they have cable TV out there. On to plan B, eh? Vice President J.D. Vance put on his ginches and toque and showed up with his wife, but they had to hang a Larry and reach the only U.S.-friendly place in the country, way up at a military base where the soldiers get paid American dollars to clap and holler. Honestly, there's only 50,000 people on the whole island. The U.S. could probably just take over all the snowy spots in the middle and nobody would even know they're there, eh, Damian?
I don't even know if that's advisable. Thank you, Jace. Unwelcome visitors were also found here in the lower 48. On Friday, the State House in Topeka, Kansas was invaded by members of a religious order called the Satanic Grotto, which sounds like a nickname for the Playboy Mansion, and hijinks ensued. Grotto HDIC, head demon in charge, Michael Stewart, fell victim to the devil's playbook when he swung at the air after a protester grabbed his script and then a bunch of Kansas State troopers pounced on him like he was George Floyd. Clearly, free publicity was the goal for this group that nobody ever heard of a week ago. Before Friday, they were constantly mistaken for members of the Ronnie James Dio fan club, so at least they have achieved some clarity. Nope, the real monster seemed to be a couple of hours east of Topeka in Great Bend, Kansas, where adventures in babysitting took on a whole new meaning. A sitter there was tucking a child in at bedtime and heard that time-honored time staller check for monsters under the bed. In an attempt to assuage the tot, the babysitter looked under the bed and came face-to-face with this guy, 27-year-old Martin Villalobos, who struggled with the babysitter before fleeing the house on foot. I'll bet the kid slept like a rock after that happened. Officers arrived on the scene but were too late to catch the trespasser. They must have been tired from stomping on Satanists all day at the Capitol. The man was found and arrested the next morning. Let that be a lesson to all you aspiring ne'er-do-wells. If you're a monster, the best place to hide is out in the great wide open. And that's your news. Please give us a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with Fresh Hindsight.